Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I look pretty much exactly the same as I did in my last video, it doesn't take a detective to figure that out. I am filming 2 videos in one day. Today I will be showing you the makeup look I wore in my foundation wear test, and I hope you join me. I'm really excited to be drawing flowers on myself today because it is sunny outside. Spring has sprung and I'm so excited. Flowers are here and I kind of want to bring back drawing flowers on your face, you guys, because that was a trend like 3 years ago. But it's such a nice trend, and I love flowers. I love daisies, and that's what we are drawing today. That's what we are making today, and I hope you join me. So if you would like to find out how I created this look right here, then all you have to do is keep on watching. Okay, let's get started on the eyes. I'm going to prime with my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, but I'm putting a very thin layer on the top of my lid, not my mobile lid. I will be cutting the crease, so there's no point putting it on the mobile lid. Another reason why I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer is because that it's very pale, pretty much white. You can use white if you want to. If I were to use a concealer or something like that, it might have turned the blue into sort of green, and that's definitely not what I want. I definitely want the Skywalker shade from the Made by Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette to sort of stand out and actually be blue. I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to pick up a Skywalker. I love this shade. It's like it's almost like a purpley blue. By the way, yes, I have created a very similar look to this a while ago when the flower drawing trend was in, but I just fancy drawing flowers, you guys, you know. Sometimes you just have to do what you fancy doing and not care about anything else. That was kind of me for the past month. I struggled slightly mentally. Life got a little bit much recently. I wanted to spend time with my sister who's at uni. I wanted to spend time with my family, with friends, go out, and because I work full time, I'm not able to do that, and I try and work around that schedule. I try to film around that schedule. I try to edit around that schedule, but sometimes I genuinely did not have time to do nice things and spend time with family and friends. Like, you ask some of my friends and they'll tell you the amount of times that I would have said, sorry, editing, sorry, I'm filming today, sorry, I need to get video up for tomorrow, and I still want to be doing that, don't get me wrong. I love making YouTube videos, but it does take a long time to create a singular video. I'm filming today, and sometimes it takes me probably the bare minimum of editing any random video. It takes about 3 hours to edit one video. That's the bare minimum. If I sit down and it's a simple video like a tutorial or something, it will take me about 2 hours, 3 hours, and then it takes like 6 hours to render. Then I have to put it up, I have to make a thumbnail, I have to write at least a little caption, and it takes a long time, okay? And I love doing it, I really do, but because I'm working full time and I'm absolutely exhausted throughout the week. There's no chance of meeting friends or spending time with family in a really homey, relaxed way. And then the weekend is almost like another job, YouTube. So anyway, I had to take some time off to be able to do the things that I wanted to do and take my mind off things. I feel like I'm ranting. I don't want to rant. I enjoyed it. I've made that decision to do that, and it's been wonderful. Okay, I'm going to take Midnight from the same palette. I've dabbed my brush in twice because I really don't want to make this dark. I'm only going to put a little bit of this in the crease, so when I do actually cut the crease, it's just going to be like a slightest hue of a darker blue, okay? I just want the flowers that I'm going to be drawing on to stand out. And I worry that this blue, the light blue, by itself will just not be enough. So another reason why I took a step back is because I felt like I ran out of ideas. YouTube has definitely changed. The makeup industry has changed. Because of lockdown, people don't wear as much makeup, and I can definitely confirm that because I don't wear as much makeup anymore. Masks have helped us embrace our imperfections. They have definitely cleared some people's skins because they weren't wearing makeup, because they were at home, because they didn't go out. And it has definitely changed, like the pandemic has affected us in so many different ways. And what I'm trying to say is, yes, makeup might not be important, and it was the least of our worries, but now we're slowly getting back into normality again in everyday life. It has changed it, because it wasn't something we thought about. It got forgotten about. It was just a thought on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys. What do you guys think? Do you still watch YouTube videos? I used to get like 100 views per video, which I love seeing those numbers. It's so wonderful, but there has been a slight decrease in views. I get an odd here and there. There's a spike here and there, like there always was, but there has been a decrease in views. And I just kind of wonder, do you guys still watch makeup tutorials? Do you guys like watching YouTube videos? Because I think there'll be even more of a downfall once all the restrictions have gone, because people want to go out, be out there and spend time with family, have fun time, because a lot of us have realized that life is about that. It's about being social, spending time with family and friends, and being in the world, being happy, experiencing the world, traveling, and I think there will be a decrease because of that as well. Let me know. I would love to know, because it's something that was on my mind. I'm trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly. What I use for my cut creases is no longer a Q-tip. I don't use Q-tips. I don't buy them. I don't think I've got any in the house. What I use is a brush, makeup remover. This is the Garnier Micellar Water. I love this stuff. I've used it for years. And I have a reusable cotton round. What I do is pour some of the micellar water in the cap of the bottle. You can still use a like a sprayer if you wish, but I prefer to dip my brush in to that cap so it's nice and soaked. I tap off some of the excess on my cotton round, and then I use that to clean my lid, to cut my crease. If I feel like it's not cleaning as well anymore, I will simply dip back into my cap again and dry. So, you know, the process is very simple. I just go on here, wipe that eyeshadow off onto the cotton round, dip my brush in again, just slightly tapping off the excess. Why are people just honking whilst I'm filming? It's absolutely disgusting. Try not to have too much liquid on your lid because it will seep into your eye through your lashes. Wonderful. And then I take my cotton round and I have to dab on the lid every now and again because that liquid is there. People use Vaseline. If you prefer to use Vaseline, that's absolutely fine. I don't. I'm taking the brush I used for Skywalker and I'm going to take Walter, so the white, and I'm putting a little bit more, or a little bit of white in here as well to make it look even more like a sky. I'm taking a super skinny brush with a little bit of Midnight, and as always I'm just making like a very faint line. I'm going to blend it in. I just don't think there's that much difference between my mobile lid and like the crease. And because I don't know whether this idea is even good or not, I'm going to do one eye first, and next we have to draw the flowers. So I'm going to be using my go-to, my favorite Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I'm going to be using Drug Lord, which is the white, and Queen Bee, the yellow. I'm yet to find better things when it comes to like liners, colorful liners. P. Louise does great paint pots and I do love them. I just don't happen to have the white shade or the yellow shade. And I'm actually going to start off with the white. I'm taking an angled brush that, when stamped, at least in theory, should make a nice petal shape, like so. And it's absolutely fine to go in all directions because I can clean that crease again if needs be. And now I'm going to use a nail dotting tool to go in the middle on my daisy. Can't really see it. Maybe I should use orange. Okay, let's see if flamethrower will be better for this. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I'm investigating my nail tools that I just got off eBay. It's filled with really small brushes, precise, nice brushes. Let's see this dotting tool. It looks very pointy and I wonder if I could even make petals with this. This is the part of the look where you're testing your own patience, your steady hand, but it'll be worth it, I think. Ta-da! I don't think I'll make like a whole like a line of them, so this look actually looks different to the one I've done before with the flowers. I mean, last time there were sunflowers, so it will be different anyway, but I definitely want to make it different. Any pieces of advice? Just keep going. If you feel like you've made your flowers too big, just embrace it. If you can't draw them small enough, maybe you need to make a couple of dots around your like two big flowers. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do to make it seem like I've got more. So I've got a dot there dot there. Yeah, I'm going to make a couple in the inner corner. If you ever get to the stage where you feel like you've ruined it, like I did with this one, again, just keep going and I'm sure it'll come together. I like that. That looks really nice. Let me catch up with the other eye, and then I think I'm gonna need to add another twist so it looks even more different to the previous look. Okay, time to finish this makeup off. I know what I'm doing, so this should be easy breezy. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and a little bit more of my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and I'm going to put this on the outer corner of my lid mostly. The reason why I'm using a fluffy brush is to blend this into my base here at the end. And now I'm going to take another fluffy brush and Dawn, which is like a super pale creamy shade. I'm only taking a little bit just to set the remaining portion of my lid. I wouldn't say I've got greasy lids, but to make this look last a little bit longer, I definitely want to set it. So I'm just taking this shade and sort of making like a whisper of this colour all over the lid. And then despite me having my base, I am going to use a tiny little piece of tape to make this edge nice and sharp. I tried it with a brush, but I just don't trust myself. You don't need to like fully stick this tape on. It's just so the edge is nice and sharp. And now I'm taking Midnight on my fluffy brush and putting it at an angle against my tape and whispering that shade, fluffing that shade in like so. And because I know I will be making that outer edge darker, I'm immediately taking Night Shift, the shade below, just to put a little bit of that as well. We don't have a black in this eyeshadow palette and I didn't want to grab another, but these two blended are actually quite nice and dark. I'm taking Skywalker on a fluffy brush. Ooh. And I'm putting this sort of like in the front of what I've just done and almost like blending that in. Blending the edges in a little bit. This blue is so pigmented and beautiful. I'm now taking Walter, the white, again, just very lightly. Want to sort of blend that in. There we go. Coolio. And like I've said, I've pretty much began to make that lower lash line. I actually have those two shades, the Midnight and the Night Shift, right here. Then it's time, you've guessed it, Skywalker. I'm packing that on majority of my lower lash line. And then the white goes in the very corner to sort of highlight. Because I'm not being wasteful, I'm gonna use some of the leftover Drug Lord to put in my waterline. And we are almost at the finish line. I'm going to put some mascara on. I'm putting regular mascara on the top lashes, but I have a twist for the bottom ones. For your bottom lashes, you are welcome to use regular mascara, but I thought I'll give it a little twist. And I'm taking the P. Louise Mimimum Mitchell Acid Rain Ecstasy Paint Pot, and I have a spoolie that I'm going to sort of, well, I'm going to put a little bit of the paint pot on my palette and work it into the spoolie, and that's going to be my mascara for my bottom lashes. And now all there's left to do for the eyes is to stick some falsies on. I'm using the Prima Lash After Dark collection and the lashes are called Hit Me Up. I've divided them into two separate parts, the 3/4, and then I am going to put the end like I stack them up. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz to do my brows. And to finish off this springy look, I'm going to do a reversed ombre lip. I'm taking a red lipstick in the center of my lips and blending it outwards. And then topping it off with a lip gloss. Alright you guys, so here it is. This is my final look I created today. A very springy daisy look. I hope you like it. I love how it came out. I love daisies. After sunflowers, daisies are probably my favorite. Actually, I like mini Geminis as well. I just really like flowers and they make me really happy. They make me feel summery, and can we please bring this trend back of drawing flowers on your face, because it looks beautiful. It looks like you've put a lot of effort into it, but it doesn't have to be hard. Just get yourself some nail tools, have a little bit of patience with yourself, have a practice, and you can create some beautiful looks with it, with the tool, that is, and your talent, that is. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a little bit more chatty, but I wanted to sort of share my thoughts with you, and I would love to know your inputs, your comments, your thoughts. So please leave them down in the comments below. I try to respond to every single comment that I get, so make sure you share your thoughts with me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and hope to see you next time.